My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Home, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. You seem to know my mother well. Is that true?
Who does not know of her, sir? She has such a wide circle that everyone knows your mother from a distance or closer.
Everyone knows Sarah, my son.
But you only know her by her reputation.
I remember she once worked for the Crown of England and that she always honors her engagements. However, we have never been personally introduced, sadly.
Well, if I'm to believe my vision, you're not going to get along with her.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Home. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met?
Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you're mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. And what with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother.
I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me.
Would you allow me one last question, sir? I don't want to take up all your time.
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Sir, do you know Emily Hillsborough?
Oh, Madame la Duchesse. Of course. It was I who invited her to the island.
Do you know of any link between her and my mother?
Not really, no. They may well have met at the court of King George, but I can't be sure about that.
No dispute between them, then?
Not to my knowledge, no.
And even if Duchess Hillsborough is a complex woman to understand, I honestly can't imagine her in a conflict with the famous Sara de Ricci.
No!
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Thank you, Mr. Duché.
Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
It's just a dizzy spell. Don't worry. You'll be all right. Her heart rate is already becoming more stable.
Wow, poor girl's had her hands tattooed. I've seen these pinnacles before in old occult books from the end of the 12th century. I don't know what that young woman's trying to protect herself from, but she definitely takes it seriously.
I'm so sorry.
Can you tell me something about her? Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. A seer can do wonders. Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay, my mother had already gone missing.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us quite a fright.
Take it easy, miss.
Let me... I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead. You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
I segni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
Okay, Mom. We didn't need to have dinner. He said there would be dinner.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal. But I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
Crap. I didn't see. Oh, man. Download is over and answer is automatically selected. I guess that's
So,
better than nothing.
who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth Adams, Mr. President. She would have
Need to pay
liked to
more
have
attention to
stayed with
those
us,
sudden-
but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Miss Adams is here to rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves. Consequently, I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's very late. You must be exhausted. The
I am
servant
missing a
will
lot of
accompany
skills
you
for
to
these
your
conversations.
rooms.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all good night. Mr. President, Your Eminence, Duchess, you have the same rooms as usual. You, Monsieur de Richet, will find your room at the end of the corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Apparently at the end of the corridor. Presumably the one that he walked down. But I mean, I've got the opportunity to explore, so... Gonna.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Napoleon's room, huh?
Monsieur Jacques Perru.
Golden Elixir cures all your negative alterations. You cannot carry more than 5.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
"150 academics and scholars contributed to the production of this first synthesis of human knowledge." I guess if I find or assemble all the pages and I get +1 to each of those skills. That's cool. Okay. Sir Gregory Home, Baron of Nottingham, is a very influential British aristocrat. Confirmed royalist, Sir Gregory Holmes spent his career extending the influence of the United Kingdoms throughout the world, from the flourishing East India Company to the Spanish trading posts in America. He stamped his hallmark on key decisions made by the world's preeminent economic power. In England, he contributed to the reduction of the national debt, and being very attached to family values, he invested time in the working class, creating charity schools in order to offer a decent education to the future links of the next industrial revolution. A network builder, Home always finds pleasure in attending the social gatherings of his old friend Lord Mortimer. And I accidentally closed out of there. Learn anything new? Elizabeth Adams. Elizabeth Adams is the daughter of John Adams, Vice President of the United States. Elizabeth was rejected by her parents at birth and was declared stillborn. Brought up in isolation, she grew into a frail young woman with bipolar disorder, devoured by her terrible fits of anxiety. Her deepest secrets were slowly gnawing away at her from inside. Despite numerous treatments, nothing could cure her. The young woman continued to descend into folly. As a friend of Sir Gregory Holm and of Lord Mortimer, John Adams decided to send his daughter to Lord Mortimer's manor in the hope that he could help her. With little hope, Elizabeth has now been at the manor for a short while. I think we've learned... we've got Washington here. George Washington is the founding father of the first president of the United States of America. Washington shared his life between military and political success. Very early on, he was introduced by Sarah de Richet into the upper circles of an influential secret society from France, the Golden Order. He later took the helm of the American branch. Tired of politics, he wanted to retire to his property in Virginia, but that was without taking into account Lord Mortimer, who encouraged him to come out of retirement. On the advice of his friend, he ran for a second term and was successful. Invited by Mortimer to his island, Washington likes to attend such social gatherings incognito. So this looks like it circles all the way around, so the end of the corridor doesn't exactly help. Still haven't gotten any experience. It probably happens when we go to bed or something.
Decorum guide.
A treatise on good manners intended for the Jesuit College of +1 skill point in etiquette. I wonder if I have to like read these at some point, like during a rest period maybe or something? I don't know, because it says I get a +1 skill, but I don't know that it's actually giving me the skill right now. But it seems like there's quite a few ways to gain skill points besides just leveling up, which is nice. Devil's Thorn grants you the Exalted State. You temporarily cede the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice in your conversation. You cannot carry... Oh, that's good for somebody who we don't know the vulnerabilities of. Can't go upstairs.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Vulner. Got another collector's coin. Don't know what they're used for. Probably just a collectible. Can't go downstairs. Thought I saw a blue mark. Other collector's coin. Door's locked and there's no name plate on it. Another collector's coin. I didn't even see that there.
President George Washington.
Locked. I can do with that door at all.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
This is
Monseigneur,
Cardinal.
His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Yaji. Okay. That's how you pronounce it. My room.
Huh, that's me.
Wouldn't really call this the end of a corridor. It's almost by definition in the middle. Creepy. There's a lot of eyes.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
This is the person that was mentioned in the letter that our mother sent us. Another collector's fine. Alright, I made a full circle. Let's go to our room. Hold on, something. Oh, that's probably, yeah, the nameplate.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Piaggi's trust. What should I do?
Oh, I will use royal jelly. Another one.
So, it really
And
is
break
at
his
least
trust.
a French countryman. Piaggi wasn't lying. Wow! Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Hope I don't regret eating 2 of those, but... Light water gives you the focus state. Your next skill use will cost no effort. That is awesome.
Saint Jerome and the Angel. Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices. Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Well, I used
Golden
my
elixir.
room. What does the golden elixir do again? Cures negative alterations. Don't really know what those are right now. We have a balcony. Looks like it is shared. And I probably require some sort of agility to get to other people's balconies, but...
Honey. I couldn't have hoped for
Camelite
better.
water and honey. Alright. A lemon. lemon tree. Ish. We're off the coast of England. I don't know enough about lemon trees. Can we see anything? Any mysterious lights? Mother, are you out there? I presume that goes into my second room. Collector's coin. And this door is locked. Another collector's coin. Can't walk around these things. Oh, it looks like it's making me go to bed. I wasn't done exploring. Off the coast of England. I could have remained at the Grand Hall to speak with Mr. Washington. I didn't fail anything yet. Hooray! Got to level 2. I have 4 points to spend. I'm going to get the next level of manipulation. Subterfuge seems pretty nice, but I've only got 2 points left. I just have a feeling I'm going to need agility at some point. Hopefully we get some other ways to get some skills, because 4 points a level and only being able to level at the end of an episode seems kind of slow. But let's go with it. Equipping manuscripts. Here you can choose what to read during the adventure. Each manuscript you read confers skill points at the end of the quest. Let's see. I need all 3 pages for those, so I can't really do that. This one gives us a +1 in science, +1 in occultism, +1 in conviction, and +1 in etiquette. I can only equip 1 right now. Put it in science. Having another vision.
Your turn?
I'm seeing through the eyes
The
of a servant.
servants are not very efficient.
De Richet can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of de Richet's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
I have.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat.
Interesting.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
I'm coming.
Okay, I'm coming. Gosh.
Inferno by Dante.
Oh, I already looked at that.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Excuse me. Am I bothering you?
Yeah.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Sure.
I bumped into her in the small salon before.
Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least, I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I
So
just
all these
need
people
10
saying they're going
minutes.
to bed and then.
But if my vision
not.
is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
He's a member of the Order. And I doubt the servant's gonna let me very close to see or hear the discussion going on. I'll help watch.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me.
According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I'd better hurry.
Okay, guys, I think we're gonna end here for now. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.